So, I'd like to welcome you guys to the Cold TV. That's what we're gonna call this little segment of mine, Cold TV, with yourself, with myself. Did I say with myself? Yes, with myself, Spabalo Ngaleni, aka if you translate Ngaleni in English, it's cold, so that's why I call myself Swabalo Cold. So today I won't really be posting a lot and talking a lot. I'll just be introducing myself, where I come from, where do I live, because I also know YouTube is a very international platform, and share a bit of my tradition and my heritage. Well, not really heritage, but my tradition. You know what I mean? Um, and yeah, and hopefully just give you guys at least like three headlines for today. Obviously, because we are facing this pandemic, we're going to be tackling issues that are surrounding this COVID pandemic. So now and again, I might do a story that is not COVID, but majority of it, while we're in this COVID, lockdown, I'll be doing stories about COVID 19. So you can catch me on but now I don't really know when everything is gonna go back to normal. But normally I do host the Afropreneur show with two other people on Madiba's radio station, which is called the Afropreneur. We'll talk all things about business and all things that is African. Thus, the word Afropreneur. And it's a program that aims to shed light on certain entrepreneurs, right? And hopefully, by doing that, gives them the exposure they need to find the partnerships that they need, right? So that's what I also do, and I also do read the news bulletin for that same radio station, the campus radio station, and I do also read news for our local TV station here in the city of Port Elizabeth in the province of the Eastern Cape. So yes, guys, that's what I do. So if you're not from Africa and you are from, I don't know, from Europe or whatnot, just a quick, a quick pointer or a quick night. Oh man, English is gone. Like something extra that you guys have not really known, or you don't know. So in South Africa, we have these, different cultures and different tribes, right? I know culture is such a broad term. Culture can also, there's the media culture, there's the music culture, and we have in Africa, the ethnic culture, if I can call it ethnic culture, so to speak. So I am a Xhosa. Thus, when I speak my language, it's full of qus and qus. It's very, it's the way I'd explain this dialect is, when you say the name walk, it's Xhosa, wahamba. Literally, it's that sound effect where the foot hits the ground, mba, So when I say amba, it means to go. So that's how our language, if I can explain it like a short phrase, short sentence, a short summary of what Xhosa is. And obviously, within the Xhosa culture, there is like a sub family, sub house. We have Amampata, Amahlubi, Mfengu, Bomvane, and so on and so on. And same with the Sutu, same with the Tswana. So that's where I am. That's where I'm from, right? So and this is the angle that I'll be looking at COVID-19, because everyone's coming to the table, their perspective and how they're dealing with it. And as it stands right now, Europe and America, they're leading. Italy, of course, they're leading with the deaths and stuff like that. And Russia's not really affected. But here in Africa, certain type of countries are affected by this COVID-19, but not as drastic as, the Western side, So that's the point, the perspective I'll be bringing to this conversation. I don't know if I'm still struggling what to call it. Do I call it the podcast? Do I call it? Because sometimes I'll be interviewing people on this platform called TV. So I'll just stick to say Cold TV. I don't want to really box it. What if one day I want to come out rapping? You know what I mean? Anything's possible. You know what I mean? So with that being said, yeah. Okay, so the first story I'm going to be doing right now, when I did the bulletin this morning, I read a story about how let me first start outside and then bring it back home. Apparently in Europe, they banned, right? In a couple of countries also, they banned the what you call the peppermint. Oh, it's not peppermint. Is it peppermint? Is it peppermint? Is it peppermint? I don't really know. Ooh, mint. The mint tobacco. The mint tobacco. So what has happened is they have banned, right, the selling of mint tobacco because the health organization guys said, look, man, the people that do smoke are more prone to being affected by COVID-19. So that's what the World Organization World Health Organization said. That's what they said. If you smoke, you are prone to incurable diseases. And, if you share cigarettes, you might spread the thing. So they're like, no, you know what? We're not going to take the risk. And Europe was like, you know what? The mere fact that you even like, you flavor the tobacco, it's like you're making it nice. You're covering the tobacco feel, the tobacco essence of it, that makes people addictive. So that's why they banned that guy. I don't know if I can call it peppermint or mint Stuyvesant. It's not even a Stuyvesant, a cigarette, tobacco. So, and obviously that's not the only country. The European Union banned it. Brazil, I think Turkey, the ones I can remember, Brazil and Turkey, the ones I can remember. Obviously, down here at home in South Africa, they're not selling tobacco either, and alcohol, They banned selling alcohol. In fact, there's been like a spike of people that have been found to steal alcohol, breaking in and stealing alcohol. Excuse me. And these people have also been selling alcohol, so this lockdown has also brought new crime, so to speak. I was watching the news the other day too, that if they catch you without wearing a mask, you can actually be fined. You can be fined. So, and my second story, moving on to the second story I'm going to do is, which second story we're going to do? I did that one, the tobacco one. And then I did, a quick note. If any of you guys know Prophet Shepherd Bushiri, I just read this, this morning. One of his bodyguards died of food poisoning. Apparently the wife found the bodyguard on top of the couch, lying on the couch rather, and he was foaming and stuff like that. So may his family, rest in peace to him. May his family, God give them the grace to work this out, especially in these trying times, when the lockdown regulation is only 5 or 10 people. I think it's like 10 people. First it was 50, now I think it's 10 people or 20 people allowed at a funeral. So it's really a really, I know this is wrong for me to say this, but it's a really bad time to die. It's a really bad time to die. So rest in peace to his family. And one more thing, one more other story I want to do. I just can't remember if the likes of me. I know I was going to do the tobacco one. And oh yes, the last one. So our Minister of Health came out today, and he spoke about, he was briefing people yesterday. The article came out this morning, and he was talking about how according to the World Health Organization, South Africa is not really, we're gonna call that organization WHO, right? The abbreviation WHO. So WHO, according to WHO, as South Africa, we don't really qualify. Sorry for that. Mom was just saying something. We don't really qualify for our levels to be dropped in terms of, because in South Africa we have level 1 to level 5, level 5 being the drastic, level 1 being the least. So now we're on level 4, moving down to level 3, right? So this was happening. I have to hurry up because my time is running out. I wanted to make this 10 minutes long, not longer than that, since it's my first intro, it's my first video. So this is what's happening right now. They saying that South Africa does not really qualify because, look, man, we don't really have a lot of deaths. I think it's just 312 this morning, 319 this morning, and we have like 30-something thousand infected, cases that are recorded. So we don't really have a high death rate like all these Western guys do. But he was like, no, who doesn't think we qualify because they're not seeing a decline in these cases, So, but the minister was also went on to talk about they're not just considering that part of decreasing the lockdown, but the livelihood. I mean, South Africa has a very high unemployment rate, because of our history, obviously apartheid. So, those scars still remain. So we have to tread carefully because this lockdown can initially kill people of hunger than the actual disease. So that's what he was talking about, of that to consider a lot of things. and before they would move down to lower levels. So now the debate on the table, are we going to move down to level 3? The president already said we have to move down on June 1st, level 3. Schools are starting grade 7 and 12, the 1st of June, level 3, you know. So there's that debate going on. But there are certain parts of the country that won't be moved down because they have like a high infection rate. So that's what I wanted to discuss with you guys today. Well, that's it from me, guys. Usbabalo Ngalen. You can catch me on Facebook. Is that even a term? Catch me. Catch my bullet. Catch my blood. It's actually touch my blood. Touch my blood. Can get me on Facebook, Sbabalo Cold, Twitter @Cold Sbabalo, Instagram Sbabalo Cold. Well, there you have it, folks. The first episode ever of Cold TV with myself. Have yourself a jolly good day. I don't know when this will air. Maybe tomorrow. I'll upload it tonight. And just stay safe, man. You know, stay safe. Wear the mask. Follow correct procedure. And let's all meet at the end of this. You know, at the light of the tunnel when the lock.